Students, today's topic is derivation for scaling about an arbitrary point. So up till now we have seen scaling about origin. Okay, we know that scaling is a point specific transformation. That means scaling requires a point of scaling. Okay, it is a point specific. We require about which point we need to do scaling, and the cases that we have seen up till now is all based on scaling about origin. But we need to require this. We need to scale the figure about various points. For example, this is a rectangle. Sometimes we need to scale this figure about one of its vertices. So it may scale something like this. Sometimes we need to scale the figure about point B, where the scale figure would look something like this. Similarly, if you change the point of scaling, the final figure also varies. Okay, so that is why today's topic is derivation for scaling about an arbitrary point. So derivation means what will be the scaling transformation matrix for scaling about an arbitrary point. Okay, so derivation means finding the matrix. Okay, scaling matrix about an arbitrary point. Now what is this? What is mean by this arbitrary point? Arbitrary point means point other than origin or non-origin point. Non-origin point. Okay. So any scaling which is to be done about non-origin point, then that point is called arbitrary point. Okay. So today we will derive the scaling transformation about an arbitrary point. Okay. So for that we will take one figure. So this is a rectangle. Okay. So A, B, C, D. A is having coordinate x, y. Now this rectangle is to be scaled about point A. Okay. So how to do it? Because we are not knowing a matrix of scaling other than origin. We are knowing only the scaling matrix about origin. Okay. So we cannot do the scaling matrix. We cannot use the scaling matrix. We cannot apply the scaling matrix directly to this figure. Okay. Because here the scaling is happening about one of its vertices, whereas we are knowing the scaling matrix, that is the scaling about origin matrix, that is Sx 0 0 0 Sy 0 0 0 1. So this is scaling matrix about origin. But do we have to scale the figure about origin? No. We do not have to scale the figure about origin. We have to scale the figure about one of its vertices, that is point A. So we cannot apply this matrix to this rectangle. So how to carry out this type of a scaling? So which is known as scaling about an arbitrary point. So we'll see that derivation will derive the matrix which we can use for such type of scaling matrix, such type of scaling transformation. Okay. Now, since we need to scale the figure about point A, but we are not knowing a scaling matrix about point A. We are knowing the scaling matrix about origin. So we need to translate this figure first to the origin. Okay, we need to translate this figure so that the point of scaling should coincide with the origin. So first we need to translate this figure. Okay, translate this is number one. Translate the figure so that point A coincides with origin. Okay. So we need to translate the entire figure so that point A coincides with the origin. Okay. Now this point A is about x distance from the origin, and this point A is about y distance from the origin. So what will be the translation factors to bring this rectangle to the origin, or to bring this point A to the origin? It will be minus x minus y. Okay. So here the value of tx will be minus x and ty will be minus y. Okay. Then only you can translate the figure so that point A coincides with the origin. So what will be the translation matrix? Say this is first translation, so I will name it as T1, translation 1, and translation matrix in homogeneous coordinate system is given by 1 0 0 0 1 0 tx ty 1. Okay. If you put the value of tx and ty in this case, so 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus x minus y 1. So this is a translation matrix. Now after this translation, what is the position of this rectangle? So after this translation, now this point A is coinciding with the origin. This is point B, this is C, and this is D. So A vertices of a rectangle is now coinciding with the origin. Okay. So now the point about which we need scaling is now coinciding with the origin. So now we can apply the scaling about origin matrix to rotate this rectangle. Okay. So that is why our second step would be rotation matrix. Sorry. Now the point of scaling is now coinciding with the origin. Now we can apply the scaling about origin matrix for scaling this rectangle. So our second transformation would be scaling about origin. Okay, clear? Since the point of scaling is now coinciding with the origin, so we can apply the scaling about origin matrix directly, or we can apply scaling matrix now. Okay, so scaling about origin matrix is given by Sx 0 0 0 Sy 0 0 0 1. Now after applying the scaling matrix, now this rectangle is scaled. Okay? Now this rectangle is, say, scaled. A, B, C and D. Now here you can see that even after scaling, the position of A remains on the origin and the entire figure is scaled. Okay. Now we have scaled the figure. Now this rectangle is to be kept at its original position. Okay. So next step is to back translate the figure to its original position, because we want the scaling about this point. Okay. We want the scaling about this point. That means our expectation of final figure is something like this. So we have achieved the shape, we have achieved the scaled figure, but presently the point of scaling is at the origin. Now to obtain the figure so that the point of scaling is back to x comma y, we need to do back translation. We have performed the operation, now it is time to back translate it. Okay. So third transformation is back translation. Back translation. So in back translation, the value of tx is x, value of ty is y, so that this figure is back to its original position, but enlarged figure. So tx is equal to x, ty is equal to y. So back translation is termed as t2, and it is 1 0 0 0 1 0. The value of tx is x, value of ty is y, 1. Okay. Now after this back translation, now this enlarged figure is obtained, but point A remains at x comma y, which is our primary requirement. Okay, because the point of scaling is A, that means position of A should not be changed, it should remain at the same position, whereas the remaining vertices is shifted because of the scaling. Okay, so here also we obtain the scaled figure with point A remains at its original position. Now we find the total transformation matrix by multiplying all the three transformations in correct sequence. So that is T1 multiplied by SO multiplied by T2. So what is T1? T1 is our 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus x minus y 1. SO is Sx 0 0 0 Sy 0 0 0 1, and T2 is 1 0 0 0 1 0 x y 1. Okay. Now you do the multiplication here. So what we'll do, we'll keep this matrix as it is, and we do the multiplication of these two matrices. So 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus x minus y 1, and the multiplication of these two matrices is first row first column, so it is Sx. First row second column is 0. First row third column is again 0. Then first row second column is 0. First row third column is Sy. First row third column is 0, and this is x y 1. Now multiply this. So this is Sx zero 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 Sy 0, and the last row is x into Sx. So minus x into Sx plus y into x. So it is minus x into Sx. So I will write down this matrix here. There is not enough space, so what we'll do, I will write down this matrix here. So answer of this is, it will be Sx 0 0 0 Sy 0 and the last row is minus x into sx, minus x into sx minus x into y, then minus y into sy plus y, and last is 1. Okay, and this can be here you can take the x common, or rather minus x common, so it will be sx plus y. Okay, and here if you take y common, then 1 minus s1. Okay, so the rotation, this is a rotation about an arbitrary point. So sorry, not rotation, this is scaling. This is scaling about arbitrary point. Sx 0 0 0 sy 0 minus x into sx plus y, and y 1 minus sy and 1. So this is a matrix of rotation about an arbitrary point. Okay. Now after this, similarly we'll see the derivation for rotation about an arbitrary point. Okay. So next derivation is now next derivation is rotation for derivation for rotation about an arbitrary point. So up till now we are knowing the rotation about origin only. Now we will derive the rotation about an arbitrary point. Now here consider a rectangle is there, A, B, C, D, which is having A is having coordinate x comma y, and we need to rotate the figure about A, okay, which is a non-origin point, which is an arbitrary point. But we are not knowing rotation about an arbitrary point. We are knowing rotation about only origin. So how to carry out the rotation? So that we'll see. So since we are not knowing rotation about any arbitrary point, so we need to shift this rectangle so that the point of rotation, that is A, must coincide with the origin. Okay. So first step is translation, or translate. Rather, I have written it here. So first is translate where value of tx is equal to minus x, ty is equal to minus y. So this T1 matrix would look something like this. It will be 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus x minus y 1. Now after this translation, now where is the position of rectangle now? Now this rectangle is here, where A, which is our point of rotation, is now coinciding with the origin. A, B, C and D. Now since the point of rotation is now coinciding with the origin, now we can apply the rotation about origin matrix. So our second step would be rotation about origin. So what is the rotation about origin matrix? RO. We know that rotation about origin matrix is cos theta sin theta 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0 0 0 1. Okay. Now after rotation, now this figure is, after this transformation, now this figure is rotated by an angle theta. Okay, now this figure is rotated, but here you can see that the point of rotation remains at its origin, because we are applying a rotation about origin matrix. But we are not expecting a final figure where point A is coinciding with the origin. We require rotation. We require a rotation where the vertices A should be on x comma y. So that is why what we'll do, we'll back translate the figure to its original position. So third transformation would be back translation. So in back translation, it will be 1 0 0 0 1 0 x y 1. So we have kept the figure to its original position. Okay. So where point A is on x comma y. Now we find out the total transformation matrix by combining all the transformations involved. So it will be T1 into RO into T2. So what is T1? 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus x minus y 1, and RO is cos theta sin theta 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0 0 0 1, and then back translation, it is 1 0 0 0 1 0 x y 1. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll keep this matrix as it is and we multiply these two matrices together. So 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus x minus y 1, and if you multiply it, then the final matrix will be cos theta sin theta 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0, and the last row will be this one, x y 1. Okay. This is a multiplication matrix of these two. You can try. Okay. Now when you multiply these two matrices, then it will be cos theta sin theta 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0, and the last row is minus x into cos theta plus y into sin theta. Okay, this is third row. Similarly here, minus x into sin theta and minus y into cos theta, and last में 1. So this is a rotation about an arbitrary point. This is a rotation about an arbitrary point matrix. So whenever you want to do the rotation about non-origin point, then you can apply this matrix where theta is the angle by which you want to rotate and x and y are the x and y coordinate of point of rotation. Okay. So hope you understand the derivation for scaling and rotation about arbitrary point. Okay. So thank you.